Welcome to our series, the Bhagavad Gita for all. Namaskar. Chapter 13, Kṣhetra Kṣhetrajña Vibhāg Yog, or the Yog of the distinction between the field and the knower of the field.
Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinashyat swavinashyantam yav pashyati sapashyati.
We've established the understanding that our soul occupies the physical body and energizes it. We are then engrossed in activities that give us pleasure and satisfy the three gunas or modes like goodness, passion and ignorance. The soul is therefore what makes the mind, the intellect and the body work and is thus responsible for how they operate. For instance, when using a website or an app, based on the code that is written, certain things will display on the screen. Similarly, if you're cooking, then depending upon the ingredients you add, your final dish could be sweet or sour or even spicy. Your birth as inferior or superior is thus based on your actions, your karmas in a lifetime, says Sri Krishna. As kids, we'd often do art with our fingers. Dip the tip of your fingers in paint and make all kinds of shapes that resemble flowers or animals or anything you could imagine. These fingerprints of your own hand, if you ever saw them really closely, you'd see that no two were alike. If our fingerprints aren't alike, how could our realization of knowledge be alike? Who you are, the experiences you've had in life, the truth you are seeking, all of this will determine your path to your own spiritual realization. For some, it's devotion, meditation, chanting the Lord's name. This is what gives them joy, what gives them peace. Resting their mind with the Lord makes them immensely happy, and that is their way towards spirituality. For a few, it's search for knowledge that drives their spiritual search. They have these questions and they seek answers to know more about the intellect, the mind, the soul, the body and what drives it all. And then there are those completely focused on the actions they perform. Karma is their way of service to God. Karma without expectations, without seeking the fruits of their action. That for some is the highest order in their spiritual journey. Why one may take up a spiritual path is a question best answered by the person themselves. What would one need when starts on this journey? Now that we can determine. We've established that faith, either in a higher power, a God, or even yourself, is the foundation of this journey. Along with it, the enthusiasm to explore something new, something different, can take you further. You need to be willing to test out your attachment to material consciousness. There will be obstacles, but you alone can keep yourself steadfast on this path. The presence of the soul is what creates consciousness. The Kṣhetra and the Kṣhetrajña together create the life form we all see in existence. It is the soul that travels through multiple births and deaths. The need to seek pleasure is driven by your mind. It's your mind that wants the best of the things. If you follow the mind, you're letting it control you. Take control of this situation by using your intellect. The intellect relies on acquired knowledge for its empowerment. Your intellect is aware that we're all here for a different purpose. It knows that the distinctions we create are an outcome of the material existence and won't bear any importance in our journey to seek the truth. Pay heed to this intellect. Your soul, although experiences the life you live, it isn't affected by the things you do. It's an energy, and any action of the material world cannot impact its existence. It's above all of this. The soul is quite phenomenal. Think of it as this big, bright sun that is central, sort of the powerhouse of the solar system. Without the sun, there would be no life, no light. no energy. Just a dark, still nothingness. The sun, with its astronomical presence, brings life into this nothingness. Now imagine the soul being this very sun in the midst of existence. We are spiritual beings living a physical existence. As we've said this before, we are here to learn a lesson. Detachment, dissolving the ego, loving unconditionally, being less judgmental, being more compassionate, etc. When you forget what you are here for, it's called spiritual amnesia. You need to steer clear from the futile and superficial goals. You need to make life more meaningful. After all, you will have this life as the child of your parents, as this friend, as this partner, just once, which is right now. Ask yourself, what do I need in order for my spirit to grow? Where is the wisdom in all of this? In knowing that the material Kshetra, the field where one performs all the actions, is different from the spiritual Kshetrajña, or the one possessing knowledge of this field. Your happiness could be in many things that exist in the material world. But bliss is your identification with your soul, your true spiritual self. Dhanyavad.